Hey guys, it's Rocola here. I hope you have been having fun hunting down Legiana. The event is still ongoing as I am recording this video, but there is no time to waste because Black Diablos is coming back and the event starts on Monday. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the things that you should know about this event. The first thing that you should know is that there are two parts to this event. The first part starts on Monday, November 20th, 9 AM local time and runs all the way until Sunday, 4 PM local time. During this whole week, Black Diablos will spawn in the game but only in low numbers, so don't expect to find too many of them. And the second part, or as I would call it the main event, will be spread over 3 days. It starts on Friday, November 24th from 5 to 8 PM local time, then on Saturday 1 to 4 PM local time and finishes on Sunday, November 26th 1 to 4 PM local time. During these 3-hour windows, both Diablos and Black Diablos will spawn more frequently than usual. If the event structure sounds familiar, that is because it follows the same format as the previous Pink Ruffian event. The next thing you should know is that both Diablos and Black Diablos only spawn in the desert habitat. It is unfortunately another single biome event, so as usual, if you are looking to hunt these powerful beasts, then you should focus on playing within the desert habitat. The third thing you should know is that during the 3-hour windows on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the large monster spawns will refresh every hour. The usual spawn refresh interval is every 3 hours, but during these windows it will be reduced to every hour. So for example, on Friday, the event window is from 5 to 8 PM. At 5 PM, the spawns will refresh, then later on at 6 PM, 7 PM, and then 8 PM. The fourth thing you should know is that Diablos is weak to Ice, Dragon, and Paralysis Attacks, while Black Diablos is weak to Ice and Paralysis Attacks. Currently, all the Ice elemental weapons can only be crafted using Legiana's parts, so hopefully you have gotten more than you need during the Legiana event. As for the Paralysis weapons, they can only be crafted using Great Gyros parts. Great Gyros are much easier to farm since they are quite commonly found in forest and swamp habitats, plus they are a lot easier to defeat as compared to Legiana. So if you find it too difficult to get Legiana parts, then a Paralysis weapon is your next best option to use against Diablos. As I mentioned in the Legiana event video, using the mainline Monster Hunter game as a reference, then building an Ice elemental weapon is definitely preferred because more stronger monsters are weak to Ice and not nearly as many are weak to Paralysis. The fifth thing you should know is that both Diablos and Black Diablos have the same breakable parts. Those breakable parts are their back, left horn, right horn, and tail. From my own experience, both horns are the easiest to break. The good thing about it is that you can damage both horns by simply aiming your attacks at its head, but of course you would have to be very careful because Diablos' double head swings and charges are just downright devastating. The sixth thing that you should know is that you can get Diablos stuck in the ground for a short period of time if you can stun it while it's trying to either dig in or out of the ground. Diablos usually would start digging after a couple of attacks, so if you are able to roll or block the wind, then you should start hitting it. If you can't stun him when he is digging in, another opportunity is when he comes up from the ground. As long as you roll around, dodging his ambush attack is pretty easy. And once you have dodged it, you should spam your attacks and he might get stunned and stuck for a few seconds. This is your best opportunity to land as much damage as possible to the head and potentially break a couple of horns. The seventh thing you should know is that there will be time-limited special quests during the weekend. The details of those special quests are not shared and we won't usually find out the exact details until the event has started. But if we are to use previous events as a reference, then it probably makes sense to have special quests with tasks focusing on hunting a certain number of Diablos and Black Diablos, plus maybe gathering materials from the desert habitat. The eighth thing you should know is that Black Diablos will not appear in the game after the event ends on Sunday 4 PM. Same as the Pink Ruffian, Black Diablos won't be a staple monster in the game and likely will only come back during the special events such as this one. And last but not least, you probably don't need to worry too much about farming Diablos and Black Diablos. Diablos weapons have very good attack attributes, but they are also non-elemental. This makes them good generalist weapons but are weaker compared to other elemental weapons. Also, at the moment you can only forge a hammer or bow with Diablos parts, so if you don't use any of those weapons then the parts won't be needed. Equipment wise, it depends on your playstyle. Diablos equipment mostly focuses on a few skills: Heroics, Slugger, and Part Breaker. Heroics increases your attack power when your health drops to 29% or lower. In other words, your attack increases only when your HP is red. Slugger increases your stun power. Part Breaker increases part damage accumulated on breakable parts. This means that the skill makes it easier to break monster parts, it doesn't increase your attacking power. Black Diablos equipment mostly focuses on Heroics and Resentment. Resentment skill increases your attack power for 15 seconds when you are taking damage. If you don't get hit, then this skill will never get activated. So as you can see, Black Diablos equipment mainly focuses on skills that help increase your attack power when you are getting hit, which can be very helpful if you have high defense and are dealing with strong monsters. If you use or plan to use any of those skills, then you should farm by all means. But otherwise, you can take it easy because ultimately you are getting the same amount of Zenny by hunting a 5-star Diablos or a 5-star Kuluyaku. Having said that, a big part of playing Monster Hunter games is the satisfaction of taking down these incredible monsters. So I'm sure a lot of players are still keen to hunt as many Diablos and Black Diablos as possible. Alright, that is all from me. I really hope you find this information helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think about this event. I'd love to know your thoughts. I have also made the infographic of this event. If you are interested, the link to it is in the description. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate them. As always, thanks for watching, have fun, and have a nice day.